welcome back for your next upper body workout for the Fall Refresh Challenge. Today you are going to need a set of handheld weights. I am using 2 pounds. You can use anywhere from 1 to 3, or you can go without. That's totally fine as well. I would just recommend not going over 3 pounds. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin in a kneeling position. 1 weight in each hand, palms facing up. Our shoulders are down and back. Our collarbone is nice and wide, and our arms are bent at 90 degrees. We're going to start by just bringing the weights together and then out. So our elbows are glued into our ribs here, and we're just bringing those weights in and out. So I'll show you from the side what I look like here. So I'm still nice and tall in my spine. I'm not rounded over, I'm not arching, right? I have a nice neutral spine here. And I'm just moving in and out. We're going to add on here in just a second. We'll do 2 more like this. And then we're going to add an extension. So now bring them in, rotate out, and extend wide. So we bring it together, out, and wide. Together, out, and wide. So it's almost like we're making a little W here. One thing I want you to make sure is that you do have your core engaged here, because what can be really easy to happen and you don't even notice it, like I just felt it in myself, is that I'm starting to kind of arch my back a little bit as I do this. So I want you to actively think about bringing those ribs in and bringing that core in as well, okay? That's the thing about Pilates. It's not just the movement that you're doing. You're also actively thinking of every other part of your body at the same time. We're going to do 2 more here, and then we're going to add on again. So we bring it in, out, and down. Now we're going to do the same thing, but this time when we bring it out, rotate your palms towards the ground, then towards the ceiling, and then bring them back in. So we go together, out, down, in. Together, out, down, in. Make sure your shoulders are not hunching up into your ears as you do this. If they are, you're probably using weights that are too heavy. So either lower your weight or drop your weight altogether, okay? Oh, I forgot to rotate on that one. There we go. I'm only human. Good job. We'll do 2 more. Beautiful. Now we're going to go ahead and raise up off of our heels. So we're still kneeling, however. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have have your palms facing forward. Your arms are straight ahead. I want you to hinge back at your hips so you can see my spine is still straight here, right? And then use your quads to lift yourself up as you bicep curl in. So we lower as we straighten our arms, and we bicep curl in. Lower, lift, lower, lift. You'll see this hinge is coming straight from my hips. I'm not rounding my spine at all. You'll feel this in the fronts of your legs as well. So we hinge and we lift, and we hinge and we lift. Now we're going to add on here in just a second. I have a nice wide open collarbone. What we're going to start doing now is going 1 straight in and 1 wide. So we go straight in and wide. My core is engaged here, right? I'm not pooching in my belly. My elbows are literally the only thing moving right now. I'm not moving my upper arm at all. My elbows are nicely against my ribs. And we're working those quads at the same time. Might as well double dip when we can, you know what I mean? Okay. So we've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Now we're going to move into a tricep extension. So I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see. Same kind of idea. I'm going to hinge slightly at my hip here. I'm going to have my palms facing one another. My elbows are bent, and I'm just going to extend and bend. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. I inhale on the extension and I exhale on the bending. My shoulders are relaxed. I know I keep saying that, but that's literally the first place that almost everyone goes when they do any kind of arm work, is they hike up into their shoulders. We've got 3, 2, 1, and back to center. Go ahead and drop one weight. We're going to take the other weight into our right hand. Drop down onto your left hand while extending your right leg out. Your left hand is in line with your left shoulder. Place your right arm towards the ceiling. Bring it overhead here. Exhale as you crunch your knee towards your elbow and extend. So we crunch, extend, crunch, extend. I'm active through my bottom arm here. I'm not allowing myself to fall into it. Inhale on the extension, exhale on the crunch. 3 more. 3, 2, 1, and bring ourselves up onto the other side. So take that weight, place it in your left hand now, dropping down onto that right arm. The wrist is in line with the shoulder, left arm is overhead. Bring it over and crunch. Crunch. This side always feels so much more awkward for me. But it's okay. That's why we keep practicing. We've got 3, 2, 1. Let's sit ourselves up and back to center. Now we're going to go ahead and grab that other weight that we had put down. We're going to sit flat on our bottoms, bring our legs out in front. Now, if you do have a ball around, you can take it and put it right under your lower back right here, just for a little bit of support, because we are going to be leaning back. So if you do have any of that abdominal separation, if you are pregnant, anything like that, I want you to place that ball there, okay? Because I just don't want too much pressure on your core. But don't worry about it if you are neither of those things, or if you don't have a ball. That's okay. So we're going to start sitting up tall. Our feet are together and they're straight. If you need to sit on a block or anything like that, you can. Let's hinge ourselves back ever so slightly. So I'm barely leaning back here, but my core is already nicely engaged, right? We're going to start with some rowing. So hold one weight in each hand, palms are facing down, arms are starting up at shoulder height. We're going to row wide and then push it forward. Row wide and push it forward. Inhale on the row, exhale on the extension. I'm keeping a nice open chest. I'm already quaking because I'm leaning back. 3 more here. Last one. Now, turn those palms to face one another. We're gonna row one arm at a time. So I'll show you. So we row one arm. It's a narrow row this time, so we're not wide. That elbow is tucked in, and we go back to the front. This time I'm exhaling as I row back, and I'm inhaling as I bring it forward. Again, you can play with your breath here. I'm not super picky about it right now. I just want to make sure that your shoulders are down, that you're not hunching anywhere, that elbow is staying tight by your ribs, that you're rotating through that torso. You should be feeling your arms at this point. 1 more each side. Sit up nice and tall. We have 1 more move to go. These are cheerleader arms. So basically, I'll face the front as I do this just so you can see it a little bit better. What we're going to do, same thing, hinge yourself back, lean back a little bit. If you need that ball, remember, don't feel bad about making a modification. Our arms are going to start facing one another. We're going to cheerleader arms out and back in. So we're lifting one and lowering the other as we bring them diagonal. I'm inhaling on the extension, exhaling, bringing it back. Make sure that belly's engaged as well. I'm sweating. Last one here. Beautiful. Now you can sit up nice and tall. Go in a nice little crisscross for a second. If your hamstrings were feeling that like mine were, I'm not your hamstrings. If your hip flexors were feeling that like mine were, I'm losing my mind. We're going to place those weights down to the side. We're going to go into some tricep push-ups with a little bit of a twist. So I am going to have us on our knees here, and that's for a reason. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and your knees are slightly out, and your hips are slightly down. So I'm at a nice little diagonal, right? I'm like in a knee plank here. We're going to do a tricep push-up. So inhale as you lower, exhale as you extend. We're just going to do 2 normal ones like this. So let's do one more. And now we're going to add on and go gradually. So we're going to go like this. We're going to take 3 seconds to lower. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up. 2 more like this. 3, 2, 1, up. Last one like this. 3, 2, 1, and up. Now we're going to lower down on 1 and lift in 3. I know, please don't hate me. I promise this is good for you. Okay, so we lower down and we lift in 3, 2, 1. Lower down. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Lower down. 3, 2, 1. Whew, last one. 3, 2, 1. Sit back into a rest pose. Whew. You're doing an awesome job. You've made it through. Sit ourselves up. We'll go into a tricep stretch. So take your right arm, lift it up over your head, bend that elbow, take your left arm, go ahead and grab that elbow, pull it back behind you. Trying not to flare out those ribs like I just did. Keep your ribs in. Show you from behind what this looks like. Just hold it here. Go ahead and switch over to the other side. You did an awesome job. I'm proud of you. You did something today for you. That's a win. No matter how else your day went, we did this together. Got your heart rate up, got a little sweat going, and you are done. Please let me know what you thought of this workout in the comments below. I would love if you would like and subscribe to my channel. Meet me over on Instagram at Home Sweet Pilates. I would love to know how things are going, and I'll see you next time. Bye.